Okay, it looks like we're working. Give me a second. All right. Hi, thank you for being patient. Things weren't working with my live stream through Vimeo, but they seem to be working now. So connecting to YouTube seemed to be the way to go. All right, so this evening I'm going to be teaching a Moon Yin Yoga class, and Moon Yin Yoga is doing moon salutations blended with Yin Yoga, coming out of the Lion's Gate of this past new moon. You know, we were going through a lot of emotional stuff because passing through the Lion's Gate means passing through the threshold of making huge changes in our lives. And so we're being asked to be courageous, like the sign Leo, the lion. So we want to bring that brave heart, and we want to be able to execute our intentions, our manifestations, our visions for the person that we want to be and the life that we want to live. And so you've got to bring the brave heart into that. You've got to be really courageous as you step in and willing to make the changes and do the things that you have to do to get there. So it was a really interesting and emotional for some new moon. And so we're coming through that. We're on the other side of it now. And we're in a phase where now we can start to really tune in with how that feels. We want to do that often. We want to constantly be checking in and practicing Svadhyaya. So when you can practice Svadhyaya, which is the self-study, one of the main pillars of yoga, then you can constantly check in through your breath. And if you can come to a comfortable seated position, I've got 2 blankets, a bolster, and an eye pillow. So just grab all the things for your comfort. You're just going to want to grab 1 blanket to start. Come to sit down and bring your legs into any comfortable seated position. And if you want to sit stack-legged or even on a chair if you need to, go ahead. Because it's about listening. And that's the power of this new moon that it reminded us is there's no way that we can make big changes in our life if we're not able to listen to what's right, to that wisdom, that voice that guides us and tells us. And you have to be able to listen and to trust and not let the intellect cloud our decisions. You want to really balance knowledge and wisdom so that you have a healthy Ajna chakra, our 6 chakras, really the balance of the 2. But most times in our society, we're so used to just being so intellectual, being so right all the time, that we miss listening to the quieter whispers of our intuition and our deeper knowings of our wisdom body. This style of yoga that I'm going to introduce you tonight and every Thursday night with Radiant Center Online is an opportunity to really go deep into your wisdom body and cultivate the ability to listen. So let's go ahead and start by closing the eyes, rubbing the hands together. And then allow the warm hands to press gently against the closed eyelids. And feel some of that tension immediately dissolve. The tension in the jaw. And after you take a couple more deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through an open mouth, letting go of the worry, the doubt, the things that we carry when we're afraid to listen to that inner voice, we're afraid to make those big changes in our lives. There's a tension that we carry. Let's see if we can let that go. Let your shoulders drop a little bit. Take 1 more deep breath. And keeping the eyes closed, maintaining a serene expression on your face, go ahead and use that Ujjayi Pranayama so that you can begin to warm the energy body, so that you can bring your mind to be focused on the in and outflow of the breath. And as you're learning how to really listen, you're tuning in with your body and you're doing a scan and noticing where some of your tendencies are to hold some of that tightness and that tension in your body. Good. Now we'll softly open the eyes. And just start to notice if you feel a little bit more relaxed, more focused, ready to begin. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. You can use a blanket under your knees if you like. I always find that feels really good. Okay. So knees are on the blanket, hip distance apart. The fingers are sprawled open, fanned out like little starbursts. And then you're going to curl the toes under because we're going to move from our cat-cow into a downward facing dog and back down. So we're just going to find a really nice rhythm here. So keep the toes curled under. The abdominal muscles are slightly drawn in just to protect the low back so we don't over-sway in our back bends. When you're ready, as you inhale through the nose, start to lift the tailbone and the chin. As you exhale, round the spine. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And start to pedal in place. Making sure that you're really pressing away from the hands and wrists, pulling the strength up through the arms, but keeping the shoulder blades on the back and the shoulders relaxed. Softly dropping the knees, inhale, and then exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Take the knees a little bit wider so there's space for the belly to be soft so the low back becomes soft. And then you're just going to walk your hands forward and melt in. Feel that stretch all the way up your spine, in through the hips. And if this is too much on your shoulders, you can always allow the arms to rest back. Feel yourself melting in a little bit more. Inhale, lifting up, curl the toes under, and we're going to move through our cat-cow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Notice that your body's going deeper through this repetition. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Now if your stance is too close, go ahead and wiggle your heels back until your heels are gently hovering above the mat, not quite touching, but there's space that you get to work into naturally. Inhale, looking forward. And then as you exhale, you can walk all the way up to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Last time, halfway. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to stay here, grabbing each elbow with the opposite hand, rocking from side to side. All right, releasing the arms, pressing through the feet, and see the arches of your feet lift. Rolling up, shoulder blades set onto the back, and then reaching up through the arms, looking up. And just let the weight of your arms gently pull you into a comfortable back bend. And then we'll move into center and stretch to the right. Inhale through center, exhale through the left. One more time, inhale center, exhale right. Inhale, exhale. And then finally, go ahead and fold. Coming back into your Uttanasana, keep the hands to the floor, walk the feet all the way back until your knees can settle back down onto the blanket. And then we're going to find our sway back and round the spine again. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, and then exhale, child's pose. Constantly checking in with yourself through your breathing, noticing where you may still be tight. You're going to take the left foot, step it in between the hands, and you're going to come forward into Anjaneyasana. Now, when you come forward and you're leaning into that front foot, you want to be careful that the front heel doesn't lift up like this. So keeping the foot firmly planted. It's okay if the knee comes past the ankle, because this is a deep stretch all the way up the Achilles tendon, up through the calf muscles of that front leg. I mean, you're going to really feel it in that hip as well, but just know that this is where we're going to be also feeling the stretch. With the shoulder blades sliding down the back and you have space around the neck, you can gently move your head any way you like to work out any neck and shoulder or jaw tension. So I invite you to close your eyes and move your head, maybe look over each shoulder. You can stay right here, or you can walk your hands up your front thigh. Keep the abdominal muscles slightly hugging in as you take the back foot and stretch the heel towards your buttocks. And then release that back foot, curl the toes under, lift into your lunge, and gently straighten that front leg and drop your forehead towards your shin bone. Inhale, come forward into your lunge. Exhale, start to pull that front leg straight, forehead to the shin. And then we're going to spin the back heel down to the ground, bend into that front knee. See that your knee is stacked over your ankle joint. And then we're going to bring that forearm on the same side, just pressing down and lifting into our inner obliques so that we can reach up and feel that extended side stretch. So feel your body open, the shoulders are down, the neck is free to move the position of the head so that you can look up with the freedom to open your gaze, your mind, your heart. And feel any little micro adjustments in through the low back as we're opening the hips deeply. If you want to take it deeper into those greater hip flexor muscles, you're going to reach the arm over the head. And then you can bend the elbow and pull it back. And then reach over your head, maybe looking down. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to slowly make our way up into Warrior B. Exalt, reaching back, keep that front knee bent. Inhale. And just like we were asked to do in this recent new moon, we're being asked to be very focused. So focus over your middle finger. Feel yourself really working into this pose, which takes great strength and the ability to stay open, even if it's a little bit scary. So stay open, be focused, breathe with intention, really scanning your body. And feel what you've been holding. Straighten that front leg, adjust the position of your foot. So now the feet are parallel, and we're gonna move into our wide leg forward fold just to reset the hips. Now I know we haven't really worked deeply this side, so just notice that. If you're a little tight, honor that. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, pull your hips evenly back and fold. Inhale, lifting up, and fold. Grabbing the outsides of your feet or ankles, wherever you're at. And then coming all the way up, hands to the hips. Very good. And now we're going to turn the right foot, and we're going to lift the back heel, and we're going to find our Anjaneyasana on this side. So go ahead and lean into it. Moving your head, stretching the neck and up through those upper back muscles around the shoulder blades. Good, you can stay right here or walk your hands up the front thigh. Bring that back foot in towards your buttocks. Feel that deep stretch through the quads. And then release. Find your lunge, and then straighten the leg and fold to get into those hamstrings. Inhale into the lunge. Exhale. Fold. Just like that. Now from here, we're going to spin the back heel down, extended side angle. Reaching up, first adjusting the shoulder blades, and then you can maybe reach over your head. Inhale here into all this space. And then as you pull the elbow down, we're really stretching through the back and ribs. Reach back over the head. See if you can go a little deeper. Keep pressing through the back foot. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exalt. And focus over your middle finger. Hold warrior pose. Be brave like the lion, passing through the threshold, the gate, into a new way of seeing yourself and the way that you want to live your life. Feeling your intentions, breathing them in deep into your cellular body, into your energetic body. And then relax the arm, straighten the leg, readjust the foot. We're going to return to that familiar wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the hips, pull back and fold. Inhale, rolling up, lifting up through the heart. Take your back bend and fold. Now, for this particular version, since now we're coming back to this, and through that repetition, we can go deeper now. And you're probably feeling that. You're a little closer to the floor. There's a deeper stretch through the hips. So now let's go ahead and open up the chest and the shoulders by reaching the hands, clasping the hands. And then exhale. Let your arms open into your space. Go on, there you go. And then releasing the arms, pressing onto your thighs, rolling up. And we're going to turn the toes out, just like this. And then you're going to bend the knees and track them over your toes. So the knees are pressing back. The abdominal muscles are in, and we're deeply opening those adductor muscles here, as well as up through the hips, as I'm sure you feel. Goddess pose. So embody your goddess. Inhale up. Lift the toes, spread them apart. Go ahead and really own this pose. Just kind of play around. And think about embodying the goddess and all of her wisdom. Her ability to be receptive, to feel, her intuition, her wisdom. Go ahead and lift your heels. The ability to find balance in life. See, the masculine body wants to be very ambitious, and the feminine body wants to really go in and feel, to bring the energy in and not always exert it out. So bring in the feminine energy. Go ahead and straighten the legs, readjust the feet. We're going to return to face this left foot. Lift the back heel. And we're going to lower, unless there's a cat. There we go. And then go ahead and just let your body lift into that sway. And then exhale. Go ahead and find child's pose. Let your body rest and reset here. Go ahead and lift back onto your hands and knees and remove your blanket. You're going to fold your blanket and set it to one side. Take the opposite blanket, make sure it's folded the exact same way so that it's at the same height. So you've got two matching blanket folds like this. One on each side of your mat. And then taking your bolster down the length of your mat so that it can support the length of your spine. Holding on to your bolster, lifting up to create space, and then rolling all the way down. You can lift your head and stretch your neck. Walk the feet towards you. Lift your buttocks off the ground, and you're going to reach your tailbone in front of you. So you're lengthening the low back like this, and then set your buttocks to the floor. Bring the blanket folds in so that as you bring your feet together, your knees can open apart and be supported just like this. Now we're going to bring the arms and stretch And relax them open. If you have an eye pillow, now's the time to place it over your eyes. And relax here. Feel your stress and tension melt away. Following your breath in and out through the nose. With every inhale, invite that expansion inside of your being. Open yourself up to feel more in this moment, in your body. And with every exhale, feel your back body is grounded, stable, and safe to allow the expansion, to allow the changes, the opening up. Feel the tension in your jaw melt away, and the eyes focus, looking within at a single point. And you're going to be here for a few more deep breaths. Maybe take a big sigh. And feel your body become more grounded, more relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Waves of relaxation down through your body. And exhale, relax. And now removing your eye pillow, removing the blankets, and let the knees come together. Slowly roll off to one side, and remember that if you're using a bolster instead of a rolled blanket, that there's a drop. So rolling to the one side and taking a moment to just relax here and notice the calming effects that you've induced through your Moon Yin Yoga practice. Gently press your way up to sit. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you feel more relaxed and ready for sleep. This is a practice that's best